Welcome to On Fire to Inspire. I am your host. Hold on, y'all. We're having all kind of technical difficulties tonight. Welcome to On Fire to Inspire, everybody. I am your host, Aaliyah, the Purpose Midwife. I want to thank you so very much for joining us this beautiful Tuesday evening. You could have been anywhere else, doing anything else, but you chose to spend it with me, and for that, I'm totally grateful. So tonight, we're going to talk about something we kind of talked about a couple of months ago, but when God put it in my heart tonight, I was like, okay, somebody either didn't listen, they missed the show, or we just need a reminder. Okay. So that's what we're doing tonight. Tonight, we're just being reminded of this topic because do we know what relaxing is anymore? We have these busy lives that we lead, and we wear so many hats. But before we jump in, I want to thank our sponsors. Okay, I want to thank UEB Designs for all the beautiful accessories. Tonight we have on a simple little rhinestone earring to go with the bling T-shirt, which UEB Designs did like 10 years ago. I couldn't believe that we just had the 10-year anniversary of all of this almost. Um, we had the 10-year anniversary of the book in May, and the show is coming up on its 10 year in December. But thank you, UEB Designs. And then we have sensational-galore.com. Say that again. Sensational galore. Galore.com. Sensational Galore, y'all. When I tell you they have body butters, everything's all natural and handmade. When I tell you these body butters just take you to a place of relaxation, even like what the topic is tonight. But Sensational Dash Galore, check them out, y'all. You will love the bath salts, the body butters, lip gloss, edge control, mascara, not mascara, uh, glue, lashes, all that good stuff is all out there. Okay. And then if you are a mom, multiple operational manager, and you are either an aspiring entrepreneur or you are currently an entrepreneur, you want to be a part of this group. Mom Biz, B-I-Z, boss.org, mombizboss.org. You want to join this group of women where you can become a part of that group to be able to network, to be able to collaborate, learn and glean from each other, because there are some women that has some great many years of experience and have great ideas that they may be able to share with you. So they have a monthly brunch, as well as now smaller groups in different locations where they're doing meetups as well. So check them out, mombizboss.org. And finally, if you don't have a copy of, no, not finally, I have two more. If you don't have a copy of any of my books, go visit onfiretoinspire.com, onfiretoinspire.com. If you are on your health and wellness journey, you better hop on over to Facebook Land and look up Dance with Mina, MENA. We do we do line dance and Zumba at 6 p.m. on Mondays, 6 p.m. Zumba, and on Thursdays we do both. So you want to have a great time. Virtual and in-person sessions are available, and if you are local, there is a library session on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. So dance with Mina, MENA, over in Facebook Land. Then finally, leadership inside trajectory. If you don't have that in your hat and on your shelf, you want to have that. You're a leader in any capacity. You can find that at iworkfaith.com. Also, you can book Ricky D. Surratt as a speaker. He is a John Maxwell certified speaker and trainer. He can train your team or yourself on leadership, on a lot of different topics. You can check out iworkfaith.com, and a lot of the information or leadership things can be customized to what you need for your organization. Again, that's iworkfaith.com. Well, y'all, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're going to hop on in. I want y'all to do me a favor and hit that share button, because, y'all, we are going to be talking about relaxation. What is it? We all live these busy lives, and we don't know how to relax. And when we call ourselves relaxing, do we turn our brain off? Because many of us, we're like trying to go to sleep, but the brain is still moving. It's still ticking. It's still. How do you shut all of that down, unplug, and rewind? Okay. So how are you doing it? What are you doing to do so? So for many of us, let me go in with the definition of what Google said that relaxing is, because we're gonna start with bare bones. Okay, relaxing, it says to make or become less tense or less anxious. Y'all, let's be realistic. There are so many things that are just clamoring for our attention, so many ways we're being pulled. And so many people are tense and anxious, and many are on anxiety medication, many are on depression medication, because we don't know how to turn off these things here, this brain, or just to shut down and naturally do this. So, um, one of the other definitions said rest or engage in an enjoyable activity so as to become less tired or anxious. Again, that word again, or anxious, to become less tired or less anxious. And then some of the synonyms for it was unwind, loosen up or ease off, let up, slow down, and y'all, my favorite, de stress. How are you de-stressing these days? What are you doing? Everybody think, well, I don't have the money for the spa. I don't need to. You don't have to have any money to find a space and a place to just say, I'm shutting it all down. I'm unplugging from the phone. I'm unplugging from social media. I'm turning the laptop off. I'm turning everything off and just finding that quiet place to do that. In some cases, you may need music to help you do so. And if that's so, what is your favorite music that can just take you to a place of calm? Um, for me, I love jazz. I love worship music. How do you find your place of calm? Is it a physical place? Some people say, oh, I love relaxing on my couch. Or for me, I live in the country, y'all. So I love being outside and just sitting and being in the atmosphere of nature, just seeing and sitting and watching the trees and looking at the clouds and things that people take for granted. Y'all, when I lived in the hustle and bustle of living in Atlanta and life was busy, I didn't know how to be still, right? My brain was constantly going. I had to retrain myself to learn how to be still. I know, right? And sometimes I still have to remind myself of that. But how do you have a place, a physical place that you can just go unwind? Is it your yard? Is it a specific room? What is it? Where is it that you go to? A quiet place, a place to unwind, a place to disconnect. Some people like the lake. Is there a lake near you? Some people like so many other things. So we're going to go from finding that quiet place, right? Is it a physical place? Is it a place in your home? Is it a place outside of your home? And then some people need to learn how to breathe again, y'all. You say, but I breathe every day. Yeah, but not really. Um, in our class at TPI, we had to do a deep breathing class, a deep breathing session. And y'all, to actually just breathe and think of nothing, to turn everything off. When I tell you that was hard, that was really, really hard. But being able to learn how to breathe, just shut down and just breathe in, hold it, and then count and breathe out slowly. Y'all, I'm telling you, that can actually lower your blood pressure like that if you do it correctly. We would breathe in for like 7 seconds, hold it for like 8 seconds. You're breathing in through your nose, and then you're holding it, and then you're breathing out through your mouth. And y'all just doing that, like 3 sets of doing that. If you are like doing this and you try that breathing exercise, I'm telling you, you're like, whoo, woosah. It takes you to a place of calm. You need to try that, okay? So, breathing, what kind of breathing exercises are you doing? Are you breathing? I have to remind myself, slow down and breathe. I was having some technical issues prior to coming on. I had to go with plan B because I was not going to allow the enemy to discourage me from getting on here and sharing because somebody needs to hear this. When I tell you I've been using that computer all day and had no issues, then all of a sudden I get to log on about an hour ago to get ready and couldn't see a video. So, it's like, you know what? We're not even going to be distracted. And you got to understand things that will trigger that stress for you. Stay away from the triggers if you can. And if you can't stay away from the triggers, say it's a specific thing you have to do for your job or whatever, learn how to breathe. Learn how to like disconnect for just a moment, long enough to breathe. Okay. Number three, do you work out? Do you stretch? What do you do? I did some stretching and I shared it with my private group called Let's Get Healthy Together. And I shared some stretching exercises that I found on YouTube. And so many of them were like, oh my goodness, that stretching exercise was heaven. It was great. People were just reaching out to me saying, I needed that. What are you doing? Are you stretching? Are you just getting up and going? Are how are you starting your day off? Are you starting your day off just running? Are you starting your day with stress? How are you starting your day? And I want you to be honest with yourself. So good evening, my May. How are you this evening? All right, so we talked about finding that quiet place. Is it a physical place in your home, outside of your home? Is it a favorite place that you can just take yourself to that is more serene and calm that can help you? We talked about breathing deeply now, and then we talked about gently stretching, stretching and helping you do those things. Now we talked about music, even in that place of your favorite place. For me, like I said, I love jazz, I love gospel music, I love worship music. What kind of music do you listen to that will help just take you to that place of calm, that place of just helping you just reach that place of I'm detoxing from everything. I'm distressing from everything. I'm stepping away and being intentional about stepping away. Now, mindful meditation and mindfulness. A lot of people are learning more about meditation. Just being able, for me, sometimes that breathing, just learning how to breathe can take you to a place where you just feel like, okay, this is, my meditation moment, or you can actually do longer sessions of it. What works for you? You know what can turn and tune out the world and reality for you, and just kind of intentionally tune in and just be honest with yourself of what are you doing for you to relax, de-stress, unplug. I love contemporary jazz and gospel music. Yes, ma'am. Those things, if you love those things can take you there. Just set the tone, set the atmosphere, set the tone for everything. I remember reading this book and it was called Detoxing. And the very first thing was it said to clean your immediate environment. So if you're trying to take that place of, say, it's your couch, make sure everything that you can physically see from your couch is clean. Then put on that contemporary jazz or that gospel music that can just take you there, right? What is your favorite hobby? Do you have one or do you have many? For me, I have several things that I love to do. I love writing. I love journaling. That's a good way of un, 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 unplugging. You can journal, you can write, you can write down your thoughts, write down just writing can actually just help you decompress and de-stress. If you like writing, if you don't, and it's a stressor for you, stay away from it. Stay away from it if it causes you stress. Your thing is to find the thing that takes you to a place of just, oh, I'm in heaven, right? Um, like I had shared a couple of months ago, we talked about this. Some people have art is your hobby. Okay. So if you're an artist, oh, that is very relaxing. You can put on your contemporary jazz or your gospel music, as you said, and you can draw or you can paint or you can, for me, I created a coloring book about 3 years ago now. And that's a good way to de-stress. Coloring, um, for you, since you like art, because I can't draw, honey, I can't draw. But if you like art, you like painting. Painting is another one for people who love art. If you're an artist, we had a team building uh, thing, and we actually did some painting, and it was so much fun. But of course, the things were already pre-drawn because my drawing capability is very, it needs help. All right, now disconnect from the screens. And when I say disconnect from the screens, if you want to turn off everything, some people are like, well, I fall asleep looking at this and I fall asleep looking at that. But the blue and what they call it, the UV lights and the stuff from our phones and things of that nature can wake you back up. And so for me, sometimes listening to worship music, I'll fall right on out. Listen to scripture. For me, I'm telling you what works for me. Maybe this will help somebody else. Listen to scripture. I'm listening to the words, and it's life, right? And all of a sudden, it just takes me to that place of peace and calm. What is it that takes you to your place of peace and calm? So now disconnecting. Are we just going back to that disconnecting from screens and TV and phones and all of those things can just keep you wired and turned all the way live and on, right? You want to just turn all of that off so that you can get into a place of being able to turn everything off, including your mind, right? Um, Being outside, I told you I love going outside and I live in the country. So being outside in the yard and being in that place of nature, seeing the trees, y'all, my neighbors, I love to say that my neighbors are Bambi, Pepe Le Pew, Bugs Bunny, and who else did I call? Oh, I say Pamby, Pepe Le Pew. Y'all, all the characters from Looney Tunes. If y'all are Looney Tunes, y'all know what I'm talking about. So the country being able that in and of itself can be so relaxing, but you have to be intentional enough to allow it to do so, right? If you're constantly going, you can't relax regardless of where you are. So you got to be intentional about turning everything off, tuning out, turning everything out and off and tuning in intentionally to being able to relax, being able to get that fresh air if you need to. I enjoy sitting outside on my screen porch. Yes, you know what? I love the porch. I love sitting outside. I love um, just the outdoors is just so relaxing. So if you are a person that loves outdoors, yes, absolutely. And then practice gratitude. Being grateful for the things that you have. You may not have everything that you want, but I'm sure you have everything you need. There's someone that wishes that they were in your shoes. They wish they had the things that you have. So being, grateful for what you have. And then for those who say, well, Aaliyah, you don't understand. I have so much going on. For those who love the nature and you can't get into it because you live in the city, you can actually go to YouTube and turn on the sounds, nature sounds. You can go and turn on like waterfall sounds. They're waterfall sounds. They're very relaxing. You can turn on white noise. I know uh, what they even have, like for toddlers, they have white noise for toddlers. They have some specifically for them. And so just being able to tune out and turn on what's going to take you to that place of peace and rest. Like we said earlier, too many things are clamoring for our attention. So we need to shut things down so that we can be intentional about just being here and being present in the present so that we can relax. You know, so many people, I've had so many young ladies reach out to me and say, well, I had to get on the anxiety medication, and so I ask a lot of my clients weekly, when they meet with me weekly, I ask them, what have you done for yourself last week? If that means, because many of them are moms, and so many times I ask them, what did you do for yourself? What did that look like? Did it look like something as simple as taking a 5 minute extra longer bath, 5 minute extra longer shower, being able to read your favorite book, um, listen to your favorite podcast? What does that look like for you? And so for, young moms, you have these infants, your life has shifted, so you have to find the balance. They're having to learn how to sleep when the babies are sleeping. But what is it for those of us who that's not our story? Why are we having such a hard time turning everything off and tuning anything down? So we got to remember it's about a choice of saying, I got to choose me. And in order to choose me, I choose me to turn everything off so I can relax. I don't want the high blood pressure. I don't want to be on this medication. I don't want this. I don't want that. So if I can intentionally relax, it can help me get to a place of where I need to be and where I want to be. Right. And another thing, and this may not work for you, but I'm telling you what works for me. Okay. So another thing that has worked for me is actually fasting. Fasting has worked for me because it's like I've been able to just everything that was working against me internally is like, even if you just do it like a 12-hour or whatever it works for you, anything that was working against me internally is like I'm able to just shut it down and just be present in the present. And then now, when it's time to go sit outside, I can just be intentional about enjoying my surroundings or uh, getting on my couch and putting on my jazz or my gospel, whatever that looks like for you. I need you to choose you. Show up for you because at the end of the day, we have one life, we have one body, and God has graced us with another day. He's graced us and He's entrusted us with these temples, right? So we got to take good care of it. And so relaxing is a part of you choosing you, it's a part of your mental health. And in essence, it's also part of your physical health because if your mental health isn't good, it's going to show up in your physical health as well. Well, y'all, that's all I had tonight. I just wanted to come on back over here and remind us of some things because whew, it is time for us to tune in to being here and being present, choosing us. We choose everybody else every day, but it's time for us to choose us. And so I love y'all. I'll see y'all same time, same place next week. Y'all, we have one of my big sisters coming back next week as a guest, Joyce White. And y'all, she hadn't been here as a guest in a long, long time. So I'm looking forward to it. We have been we've been doing this thing for almost 10 years together as far as being in the same um, realm of life. And so I thank God for her friendship. And y'all make sure y'all come on back and hear my sister next week. All right. So I'll see y'all same time, same place next week on Fire to Inspire. I am Leah, your purpose midwife. I'll see y'all then. All right. You have an awesome, awesome week and believe that it's time for you to show up for you because you're worth it. Love y'all.